This is Mayor Valensky with Driving Markets. Remember, anything said in this piece is an opinion only. Let's kick off. So the news came out on inflation on Wednesday, which is retail price inflation, and also producer price inflation came out on Thursday. Both numbers showed a decline, a dropping in inflation. However, I don't believe any of the official numbers. The official numbers do not show the peripheral cost of living. The cost of living is going up. The numbers produced or the numbers issued by the Bureau of Statistics in the US are showing an overall official decline in inflation. The official decline in inflation is not what the real cost of living is. Because if the real cost of living was only 4.9%, which was the retail price inflation number issued on Wednesday, then everything would be great. It'd be wonderful, because 4.9% is not the end of the world. However, the real cost of living is running at 17, 18%. You can all testify to that when you go out shopping, whether it's food, whether it's energy, whether it's clothes, shoes. Prices have not gone down. In fact, at producer price level, prices have gone down, but they're not being fed through to the retail section. So the retailers are not passing on those, or let's correct that, sorry. The producers are passing on the price reductions to the retailers, but the retailers are not passing on those prices to the consumers. Quite simple, because they're looking for a higher profit margin. They're looking to get back all of their losses or whatever profits they want to make on the back of you, the consumer. So the number one, the inflation numbers are not correct. I don't accept those inflation numbers, and even though they are official, the real cost of living is much higher. Moving on to the banking crisis. Pac West. Pac West had trouble already a couple of weeks ago when the shares dropped over 50% in one day. And since last week, they've had a run on the deposits, 9.5%. 9.5% down, not the shares, the deposits. Now, they've arranged for $15 billion of liquid assets, but you can bet your bottom dollar that people now are queuing up, lining up to withdraw the money or transfer the money to other, maybe more solid banks. The regional banks are in major, major trouble, and the Fed and the US Treasury is going to have to do something about it. The only way they're going to do something about it is either forcing a merger and acquisition by the top tier banks, but the question is, how many regional banks can the top tier absorb without themselves getting into trouble or without themselves needing some sort of financial assistance? And the other question is, will the Fed print money? The answer is yes. So the counterfeiting going on by the Fed and this continuously money printing machine that's going to be endless now is going to have to print trillions in order to save banks like Pac West, Zions Bank, Co-America, and many, many, many other regional banks. They're all going to fail. They've all invested in the wrong things. The stock market's going down as it is today. The Dow is down more than 300 points. The markets are going down. Overall, there's a recession out there, not even official recession, unofficial recession, which is harsh, and small businesses and individuals are feeling it. So the Fed is going to end up printing a load of forged money in order to distribute again out to the public. And that's going to send inflation not at 4.9%, probably somewhere along the lines of 49%. Now, the assets that are going to be safe havens, as I said all along, is going to be gold and is going to be US Treasuries. Banking crisis, not the dollar. The dollar is going to fall further against the majors, against the pound, euro, and possibly the yen. Depends on what the crisis is. Oil is going to fall because if there's a recession, then who is going to buy oil? Oil is there for industry. If industry is contracting, then the requirement for that oil is going to contract also. So the major news on the market is the banking crisis. It's resurfacing and it's going to send shockwaves through the financial system, and the Fed doesn't know what to do. And with an election coming up next year, then Joe Biden, who is ridiculous, is going to run for president again. He's run out of all possibilities and all answers how to deal with it. He stopped the oil production in the US, which was the worst thing possible, and he's given all of that power to OPEC and the other oil producers. They need to get the oil production back up in the US and get the economy going. This is Mayor Valensky with Driving Markets. Have a good day.